We now move to the second section of the book, the first order call. Here is where you will see all of your hard work in the appointment come into fruition. As with all calls, take some time to catch up with your independent Avon representative and continue to build a relationship with them. Remember what you learnt about them during the appointment and use the information. Let's take a look at how David and Roz are getting on.
Hiya Roz, great to see you again.
And you, David.
How you been?
I've been busy at work, been flat out, but I suppose that's always better than being bored.
Yeah.
Both the kids keep us active, cubs, nursery, you know how it is.
So no different to normal then?
No.
Yeah. And how's Phil?
He's good, thank you. He's been at a rally for the last couple of evenings, so the children are really looking forward to seeing him when he gets home later.
Oh, brilliant. So looking forward to Dad coming home.
Yeah.
Great. So, most importantly, how are you enjoying your Avon business?
David, I can't tell you. I've really enjoyed it. And you were right, it fitted in so easily with
Brilliant.
places that we were going, things we were already doing. Did lose a couple of brochures on the territory,
Okay.
but other than that, all good.
Brilliant. And how did you get on to the coffee shop we spoke about?
Coffee shop, that was a bit of a strange one.
Right.
Couldn't leave the physical brochure. However, they said, could I email them something? So I sent them Pob.
Brilliant.
And you know what?
Go on.
I got 2 orders from people I've never met.
Good for you. So you can see now how Pob can get to other areas that you might not always get to. Yeah, fantastic. So Roz, you must be well on the way to get these gorgeous outfits for the wedding.
The outfits, yeah, mine. Guess what?
Go on.
I went in and tried it on.
No, and how
Yeah.
did it feel, get that lovely outfit on?
It felt and looked amazing.
Brilliant. Oh, Brie, I'm so pleased. I had no doubt in my mind that you would actually sail through this. Good for you, Roz. So let's get on to the next stage. I did say that we'd come back to the Getting Started book, and that's what we're going to do now. So we'll go to the next section when you're ready.
Sounds great.
You'll see from the roleplay that David made reference to a lot of the information he gathered on the appointment and ensured he asked her how her week had been. He revisited why Roz had taken up the Avon earning opportunity, her goal of earning enough money to buy her outfits for the wedding. Make sure you take the time to get to know your independent Avon representatives. It's worth it in the long run. It's the end of the first week for your independent Avon representative. Now's the time to congratulate them on reaching some milestones. This again is a common page. You'll have another chance on the second order call for more praise and recognition. We all like being recognised for our achievements. Think about when you've achieved something, be it either in your personal or your work life. It's always worth considering carrying with you a bag of products to use as a lucky dip bag to use for awards. Work through the list, getting your independent Avon representative to tick off each one of their achievements. Now we come to the part where you and your independent Avon representative can identify how much they've earned for their first week. Ask them to gather together their calling book and customer order slips, splitting them out between territory and friends and family. Working together, guide them where to enter the information on page 19 of their Getting Started guide. At the same time, start to take a customer list. The electronic template for this is available to you in the training room. If they've achieved stage 1 of Smart Start, remind them of what they've achieved. Why not ask them to get their flyer from last week? If they haven't quite reached minimum order value, reset the goal depending on how much time is left before the order date. At the same time, don't forget to update your LOA 1 to 6 tracker. You're working with Avon because you can engage and motivate people and lead a team to success. Encourage your independent Avon representative to find as many customers as possible for each and every campaign. You will see the suggestion to revisit their customer list on page 9. Take the time to do this with your independent Avon representative. By taking the time to do this, it could be the extra push your independent Avon representative needs to find some additional customers in order to achieve minimum order value and Smart Start. Having now spent some time revisiting the customer list with your independent Avon representative, this is a great opportunity to share another way of finding customers. Being able to ask for recommendations won't come naturally to everyone. We do it every day, but think back to when someone suggested you went to talk to people without even knowing them. We all recommend films and restaurants to each other. Ask your team member to consider asking their existing customers. Who do they know that they can recommend them to as an independent Avon representative? For more information, maybe they'd like to visit the URL. Spend as much time as needed coaching them what to say when using the power of 3. Explain to them that it's networking. Use the diagram on this page to demonstrate how quickly the numbers add up. Think back to all the different acronyms and language. This diagram is designed to help you describe it simply to your team member. Outline to them that last week they were finding customers. Now they're in the middle of submitting their order. Next is delivery to them, moving to delivery of the goods to the customer. Lastly, pay Avon and themselves, and then we start all over again. Making it visual will help them understand how the cycle works. The time will be coming soon where your independent Avon representative will start to circulate their second brochure. As part of this first order call, you will be leaving them a minimum of 20 brochures. Exactly as you did on the first appointment, take some time now to go through the brochure, explaining that we have new products and offers every campaign. Ask which offer or product they will be promoting from this brochure. Gain their commitment by showing them where they can write it down on page 22. Using the same exercise as the appointment, demonstrate how much that product is potentially worth to them by selling to X number of customers. Don't forget to make reference to the top tip, which relates back to the power of 3. So what do I do now? This is probably what your independent Avon representative is thinking. They now get a chance to continue to build their customer list and increase their business. Talk through each of the points on this page one by one. In order to ensure a better understanding of how to order from the previous brochure, it might be an idea at this point to go back into the independent Avon representative's account and demonstrate the process. Don't forget to delete the item. Depending on how many boxes your independent Avon representative has on delivery day, it could be slightly overwhelming. Take some time to talk them through each part of the process, as outlined here. Doing so will avoid unnecessary issues. Now comes the fun part, unpacking their order. Listed on the page next to me are some bullet points. Talk through each of them. Remind your independent Avon representative that part of their delivery will be their Smart Start rewards. Coach them through how to use these to increase their business. It's also worth pointing out where samples are available to order on the website. If there's an offer as part of the first look, highlight that to them. We've all received a delivery as an independent Avon representative, right? How much more did it make sense when someone had explained the invoice to you? Take the time to talk through the bullet points on page 27. By now you'll have a feel for where your independent Avon representative wants to take their business. Look for the buying signals. If they ask for more information about Avon's other earning opportunities, share it with them. Refer back to the tear-off slip you left with on the appointment. Have they had a chance to think any more about those names? If you feel that sales leadership is something your independent Avon representative could be interested in, how would they feel about learning more about it? Maybe they'd like to attend your next meeting. As we know, there's nothing like hearing words of reality from somebody out there who's already doing it. Give your independent Avon representative enough time to read the testimonial, then ask them how it makes them feel. For further information, encourage your independent Avon representative to visit the URL. As with the appointment, here's a chance to work through the checklist together of today's call, and what a lot it's been. Ask your independent Avon representative to tick each box as you cover it, check in for understanding as you go. Outline what you'll be covering on the second order call. Don't forget to book a date and time for this. There's a space for them to write it down. Point out the top tips and of course don't forget to wish them well until you see them again.